Hey Professor, Tyler here with video blog summarizing chapters 5, 6, and 7 for operations management. And this is kind of my first time learning about this subject, so it is cool to read through the text and even the discussions that we've had in class about project management and just understanding the how important it is to plan this stuff out instead of just kind of going off a whim and starting a company up and not having anything planned. So it is really cool. I decided to grab a couple different parts from each chapter just to focus on. And in chapter 5, I wanted to focus on like the product decision. So obviously all the way through the chapter, it's just various aspects of product management development. And when we're looking at product design, it involves the selection, definition, and design of the product. So when you're starting a company and you are trying to figure out the best way to launch this product, and especially in what order you want to launch products if there is a certain amount in your portfolio, you're obviously selecting the product, so you're making sure this is the one you want to roll out, defining it to not only your company but also to the clientele that will be purchasing this. Make sure you have strong understanding of the product that you're pushing out, and then obviously the design to make sure it's the optimal product to push out, make sure the design is flawless, everything works great. And then on top of that, talking about the product life cycle is introduction, growth, maturity, and decline. So almost we're looking at it kind of like a movie or a story graph, blanking on the word. But you obviously introduce this product to the clientele. They're not going to be familiar with it. So I was just thinking of like the pop socket that was on the back of the phones for a long time. You're introducing this product to your clientele. Obviously, they've never seen it before. It's a pretty obvious need, and it can be something really that helps their life. So you're introducing it to them. The growth of the product as it starts to take off, either you start going viral through different marketing campaigns that you're trying to roll out, but showing the actual use of the product, and that's going to take off the growth. Maturity would be like the climax of the product when the sales are going really well. Maturity, everyone kind of has a good understanding of what it is. And the decline, as you can see on my phone, obviously I don't have one. I used to love the product, and it just kind of declined, I would say, all through Canada and the US. So that was kind of the understanding I took from product decision. Chapter 6 focused on quality management and lean systems. So essentially what quality management is ensuring that your customer is completely satisfied on the product that they are receiving. So obviously customer is always right. You want to make sure your product is living up to the advertising that you're doing, marketing that you're doing, and everything you were promising about that product. So one way to do that is by building a TQM, or a total quality management team, that focuses on 7 concepts, which would be continuous improvement, Six Sigma, employee empowerment, benchmarking, just-in-time, Taguchi concepts, and knowledge of two TQM tools, which are focused on generating ideas and organizing data, cause and effect diagram, Pareto chart, flow chart, statistical processing chart as well. So just a lot of different ways to ensure that your customer is being satisfied, and by building a strong total management quality team, you can make that happen. Lastly, looking at chapter 7, which is process, strategy, and design. An organization's approach to transforming resources into goods and services. So I kind of looked at this from the aspect of international trade, which is another one of the classes that I'm in this semester, and how it's important to take advantage of the abundance of resources that your one country has, and exporting at a premium in return for imported goods with countries. So working on that international trade is just as relevant as a company making sure they are taking advantage of the abundance of their resources and being able to translate that into goods and services. And one way that you can do that is by the selection of equipment and technology that you are using in order to produce the best product and service for your customers. So the 4 things to keep in mind when you are selecting the equipment and technology would be cost, quality, capacity, and flexibility. With all those things taking into consideration, obviously you want to make the best product for your customer at like the lowest cost for the best margins. But it is important when you're planning that stuff that the cost, quality, capacity, and flexibility of the technology and equipment are taking into account. And then lastly, just emphasizing the importance of aligning your processes, like we just talked about with selecting equipment and technology, that they align with the customer needs and technological advancement. So making sure you understand that obviously your industry is going to change as technology advances, and being sure to take that into account. But yeah, just quick summary on the 3 chapters. I know it's a lot of information, so I kind of wanted to focus on 3 different parts. But yeah, hope you enjoyed. Thanks.